I was 6 months old, and my mom was on her way to a modeling career, and she got pregnant. So basically, her hopes of modeling went out the window. When I was 6 months old, she took me and threw me in a neighborhood dumpster, and that's why she lost custody of me because of that. So it's like all my life just sort of kind of went with me. Like, how come she threw me in the dumpster? Like, how come she didn't want me? It made me think other people didn't want me either. So I was with my grandma up until I was 4 years old, but at this time she had a nervous breakdown. So yeah, so she was in the hospital for a whole year. So I was just going from place to place to place, staying with so many different people. The family I was with, they really didn't encourage me much. They always called me names, and like they were so mean. It was horrible. So I had a lot of low self esteem as a kid. So by the time I was like 8 years old, I tried to kill myself for the first time, which I went in the bathroom and I got a knife, went in the bathroom, cut my wrist, and I guess I did it like the wrong way, so I didn't do it right. I was 8, so like I didn't know. I grew up in churches where they teach you God's gonna like murder you and kill you if you like do something wrong, like, or if you don't read this book, this King James Version Bible, you're gonna burn in hell. Like that's what I was taught my whole life. So in my 20s, I started getting a little more depressed and suicidal. I was like, you know what? Everybody, all my friends are ahead of me in life. I'm like, I'm so behind. I don't have any friends I can trust. Family, I don't have that. Like, I'm like, in this whole God thing, I'm at the point where it would have been easier if there really was a God. So I'm like, I'm just gonna plan a suicide. I don't need to be here anyway. Like, what am I here for? I happened to be at a friend's house one day arguing, and we're just talking and arguing. They went in the bathroom and I jetted out the house, and I just start walking. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, screw this. I'm just gonna go to the train station now. My friend somehow knew what I was doing, and I just heard their car, like they honked their horn. They're like, get in the car, get in the car. So I got in the car. I'm like, damn, like my plan is ruined now. Like, so I get in the car. It's so weird how this happened. Literally, I'm talking to my mom. Like, my mom calls me on my phone. I don't know how she got my number. Mind you, I haven't talked to this lady in about maybe like 15 years or something. I've only seen her in my life a handful of times. So I really don't know much about her. So I mean, I know she looks like and what she sounds like. That's it. And I'm ended up, I heard a familiar voice. I'm like, wait, how'd you get my number? And she says, your grandma gave me your number. She told me you asked about me. I wanted to call you and tell you that I'm not your mother. I don't want you. I never wanted you. Stop looking for me. I looked at my phone like, the, so I'm like, well, F you, you never were. Rolled down the window, tossed the phone out, and under my breath, I'm like, F this. I opened the car door, jumped out. I just remember like this boom sound, and that's when my near death experience started. The first thing I just remember feeling like this divine presence. It was like the most strongest male dominant, like her type of presence ever. And but at the same time, it felt like the most loving woman that you've ever met, even more than that. So it was like both. So I remember I had a lot of questions in my mind, and they're all answered like in order that I was thinking them. So the
Wow.
first thing was, yeah. So the first thing was, let me reintroduce myself to you. I am God, because I know I'm as God. Yes, I am real. Yes, angels are real. They're a gift from me. Want to meet them? I said, no, no. I didn't believe in angels. I didn't believe any of that exists. I did believe in God at that time, but angels, I'm like, man, this stuff is for TV and stuff like that. After I said, well, no, I don't want to meet them, he said, okay. So I see this projection screen. Usually, when people have NDEs or something, they have a life review. The
Hmm.
reason I didn't have a life review is because there was like this void. I see this projection screen, so then you see people passing by. Here's this like prostitute girl passing by. He says, I love her. Then here's like this guy with a suit and a briefcase. He passes by. He says, I love him. Then here's this guy like on a skateboard with a big like fat doobie in his mouth. He's like, I love him. So what I took that is like I love them all the same. Like whether you're a businessman, whether you're a drug addict, whether you're a prostitute, I love all of them the same. I'm like, whoa, what am I supposed to do if I go back to Earth, and I just, I feel, I didn't see his face or anything, but I just feel him get down to his knee and give me a hug. And I felt like, literally felt the arms around me and fingers and all that. And then he lets go and says, "Go and tell everyone that I love them." And I'm like, wait, that's it? Like, and he says, "I will go to the end of the world so everyone is with me." I had no idea. I've never heard anything like that, like being on Earth. I'm like, not even in the Bible. Like, you can't make this stuff up. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, because the way I felt at first, I'm like, wait, why are you talking to me? Like, I, I don't read the King James Bible. I'm not a part of these people. But I didn't think I had any shot, like, at hearing from God. I'm like, oh, he's about to kill me. But all I felt was love. And so then, boom, now I'm midair. Here's this guy in this donut hole I was talking about. The reason why I didn't have a life review is because this little donut hole. If I did cross that donut hole, I would have seen my life review. I would have went to like actual heaven or whatever you want to call it, and I seen all these angels like surrounded in a circle. So then I look, and there was two angels in particular that for some reason I just knew they were familiar. One on my right, one on my left. Now these angels, all these angels that I seen, I literally seen them. Like, I didn't see God, but I literally were looking at these angels. So the one on my right side, about 9 feet, 8 feet, something 9 feet, it was more like of a beetle type of thing, and it had so much light I couldn't really see. I had to like do that because it was beaming with so much light. And then he had like this sternness and was like, "Are you sure you want to go?" And then I look at my right side. This angel was more human than anything with wings, about 9 feet tall. Um, Wings were about like 5 feet, and they stood up. He had a red flannel shirt with the sleeves rolled up to the elbows, blue jeans and sandals, and then he had like brown curly hair. So this one was really soft spoken. I thought he was gonna be like, "You're gonna burn," and he's like, all he says is, "Are you you have so much to do for so many people." And they're both like holding my arms, and they're like, "It's okay," because I was scared. I'm like, "Get me out of here, get me out of here." They're like, "It's okay, it's okay. Like, you're gonna be okay. Like, we love you. Like, we're not gonna hurt you." Like I thought they were. They tell me, "Look down." I look down. I see like all these lights and like fire trucks or cops and ambulance and stuff. And then I see my body right there, and I see all these paramedics over my body, and then I see the friend I was with way on the other side on their phone. Like, they separated her from my body, I guess. I look, I'm like, wait, how is this happening? So they said, no, look again. So that I look again, and it zooms in like a camera, like literally like zoomed in. And then I went closer, and I literally see my body. And I look at my right angel. I'm like, so this really does happen? Like, they're like, yes. They're like, you need proof. This really does happen. I'm like, so wait, what the heck am I supposed to do when I go back? And they're like, that's when the right one was like, you have so much to do for like so many people. You need to go love people. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm thinking in my mind, like, I need to be loved myself, But when they said that, I felt this urgency to go back. Within a snap of a finger, I woke up in the ambulance. I think I remember it was like an ambulance, and I was adjusting something on my neck. I didn't really understand what was going on, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up again days later in the hospital, and they said I was out for days, and they thought I
Wow.
was gone, and they said it was a miracle that I woke up.
Wow. Was there anything from the NDE like that you saw when you were looking down that like you could verify later?
Oh, the friend I was with to this day still doesn't believe my experience happened,
What?
even though I was with him, and I even told him, I'm like, hey, let me tell you, one of my verifications was they were all the way on the other side. They separated them. How can I see this if
Right.
I'm right here? Like, they think I'm dying. I'm literally looking at my body, and I seen them. She's on her phone, and the paramedics are over my body. And they told me, they said, this really did. They said, yeah, they separated me because they thought that I did it. And I'm like, oh,
I always have to ask the certain questions, but like how real was it?
very real. When this actually happened to me, it's like me and you talking. I know this conversation is real. It was just like that. I'm looking at them. I knew it was real. And I
Oh.
didn't see any form of God. Like, I didn't see his face or anything like that. But I just, I knew.
And then how did he feel? Like how big were the arms and the hands? Like
Huge.
big,
I mean, like,
huge. Okay.
I, but it's weird. Like, you feel like it's like the hugest 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, 50-foot person. And then once the arms are around you, it's just like a regular adult hugging you.
Wow. That gives me the chills. Your story is really cool. I love it. How does your NDE change you? Or how did your NDE change you?
And every way. I'm not scared to die anymore. I used to be scared of death. Like, me now, I'm just like, bring it on. But I don't want to glorify. I want to like glorify people. Like, hey, I had an NDE. Everybody go die. Like, no, it's not like that. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. But I'm not scared of death anymore. I know that death is just the beginning.
What do you think is the purpose of life?
To experience. I think we're here to experience things that I'm one of those people who believe that we came from a different home. Like when you're at home in heaven, paradise, whatever you call it, I believe you're like, maybe it's like flipping through the channels, like, shh, shh. No, I want to do that life today. Well, I'm gonna go live that life for like however 100 years, and then I'll be back. Because time in the spirit realm is nothing. Like time doesn't exist.
Right.
So it's like it goes by like that. Like my little minor experience, I say probably was only about 20, 30 minutes, if that. But to me, it felt like days. I felt like I was there for a long time.
You said one of the angels looked like a beetle? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the face. Like the face looked like beetleish. It was weird. And like I said, I couldn't get a good glimpse of the face because there was so much light. I had to like, I couldn't really look at him. It was like looking at the sun. Like, what the? Like, you can't look at it for too long. I want to make it very clear to anybody, I'm not religious. I don't do religion. I just can't. It messed me up too bad. It messed up my life, man. Like, I can't do it. It separated me from everything.
So I heard you have a book. Boom. Oh, there it is.
Boom, the life and times of a suicide near death experiencer.
What all do you talk about in there?
It basically talks about the reason why. Like when you read this book, you find out the exact reason why I did commit suicide. And then you find out what happened after, and then you find out how I've changed after, and positive messages I have for people. Like everybody's here for a reason. I didn't think anybody like me, like I dropped out of high school like in 12th grade. Like I didn't think anybody like me can be a published author. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So yeah, it's like we all have some type of reason here.
So what advice would you give to people? If you had to give them some advice.
If I could talk to anybody, I would say that you have a purpose. A lot of the audience that I connect with are more suicidal and depressed people. I would say like if I can give a message to them, I'll say that you're here for a reason, and don't be stubborn. Try to talk to at least one person that will listen. Me myself, I've called the suicide hotline when I was suicidal. I had a good experience. They were pretty nice to me. I will say, I think that every suicidal person looks for that one reason to convince them not to do it.
Wow.
So I just help be that reason, that maybe that one reason to make them think, say, oh, well, this guy commits suicide and he's okay, so maybe I'll be okay too.